Eze Onyekpere joins us now from Buget to talk more on the 2017 budget. Thank you very much indeed for joining us this time. Well, one of the respondents there, of course, posited that signing the budget 6 months into the year shows that we aren't ready to help the economy. Are you on the same page with him?
Very well, and this is just commonsensical. The Nigerian Financial Year Act talks about the period of the financial year being between January 1st and the 31st of December. And here we are today on the 13th of June, and we are trying to celebrate a budget just merely being signed. Before they process it and release the money for the implementation of the capital project, we'll be talking about beginning of July. So we roughly have about 6 months to conclude this business. And you can see in many parts of the Federation, the rains are already here. So outdoor construction cannot even go on until maybe around late September, early October, leaving us with barely 2-3 months to the end of the year. So what has happened is not a best practice. It cannot be replicated. Happily, though, the acting president has realized the position and promised that they will send the budget to the National Assembly by October so that they will be able to be through with it before December for the 2018 budget process.
And due to late passing of budgets yearly in the country, are you in any way suspicious that this could leave a window open for politicians perhaps to siphon some money, since according to one of our respondents there, such money would never be returned to the TSA?
Well, if we are to believe the government of the day, the money must be returned to the TSA. Because it's not just like even the money is available. What we have in the last year, or in 2016, getting into 2017, was a situation where we were raising Euro bonds in February of 2017 to be able to implement the 2016 federal budget. So the money is not even there. I know they will still be running around to raise the money. The fear some of us have is that since you have a 2.35 billion deficit, is that if the money is not available, you first of all pay salaries, draw down overheads, pay debts, and whatever is remaining will now be used for capital expenditure. And if unfortunately the benchmark price goes lower than budgeted, Nigeria may be in a little bit of trouble in terms of sourcing money to even do basics.
Well, you just talked about the benchmark. The benchmark for 2017 is $42.5 a barrel. And there are concerns that the budget, even before takeoff, may be at risk because of fluctuation in the price of oil on the international market. Do you also have this concern?
Yeah, very well. We have that concern because if you recollect, the National Assembly increased the benchmark by about $2. And by increasing that, one would have thought that they were going to use it to reduce the huge deficit. Rather, they increase the expenditure. So if perchance we have a fluctuation in the lower regions and the money is not available, despite even the huge deficit we are looking for where to borrow to be able to fund, then we could enter some form of a fiscal crisis. But I don't pray that should happen. Well, let everybody be praying that things continue working well and oil price remains above the benchmark. But it's not within our control. The factors that influence the price of the commodity at the international oil market are not things that Nigeria is in a position to control.
And debt servicing is still going to gulp a lot of money from the 2017 budget. And of course, there are indications and glaring indications that the federal government still wants to borrow more from international spenders.
Yeah, that's even a huge concern, because if you look at it, it's like we are paying back debts with almost 2 trillion, while all the expenditure, the money we are going to realize is about 5 trillion. So that means that we are spending a very disproportionate part of our income on debt servicing. And like I did say earlier, even debt servicing takes precedence over capital expenditure. It's only when you finish doing that whatever remains that you use for capital expenditure. And on top of that, we are proposing to borrow more in this year. So we could possibly reach a situation where we could be paying back with close to 50% of all our national income. And that would be a sad day. We exited the debt trap in 2006, And here we are in 2016, 2017, we are back to the trap. It's an unfortunate development.
All right, budget analyst Eze Onyekpere from Abuja, thank you very much indeed for talking to us.